It's my birthday and I'm having breakfast alone. Today is my birthday, I don't have family nearby and my friends flaked out. The person who I'm seeing also flaked out. So I took myself out for breakfast. I thought I would be sad and grumpy, but actually I'm having a great time. I ate in peace, fully enjoying my meal, no interrupting children. I ate at my own pace without having to mind the size of my bites, ha ha ha. I made the list for presents for Christmas to pass on to grandparents. Best of all, I'm people watching, and this diner I came to has a little store with a lot of Harry Potter candy, so I'm having an amazing time. Just thought I'd share for those of you on the fence about solo dining, it is lots of fun. To that guy I called weird when he asked me out in 6th grade. For context, I'm 25 now, and I still think about this. I know it was long ago, but it must have hurt back then, and I'm so sorry. Truth is, I was shocked someone would actually ask me out, so I rejected you. And when you asked why, I got nervous and didn't know what to say. I didn't think you were weird, I was just nervous. I'm sorry. I married the nice guy and I'm now regretting it. I've been married to my now husband for nearly 10 years and I cannot ask for a nicer man. He cares for me emotionally, calls/texts me every day to say how much he loves and appreciates me. He is the typical nice guy who treats all women as they deserve. And he is the first nice guy I've dated who is emotionally available and genuinely caring. However, ever since the beginning we have had okay sex. I have always been adventurous in the bedroom and love a good time. However, over the years my drive has increased and has pretty much become non-existent. We have spoken about this multiple times over the years and nothing we discuss has actually made a difference. Talking about threesomes, his fantasy, however, when I actually set these dates up with a other girl he changes his mind and says no, he just isn't in the mood. I've asked if he is still sexually attracted to me, 178 centimeters and only 62 kilograms, and he says yes every time. I've asked if he would be interested in just foreplay to get the mood going and says no, he feels like he is disrespecting me if I give a blowjob. When we do have sex it's very vanilla missionary sex that lasts maybe 10 minutes, then he tells me how amazing it was and how much he loves our connection. I'm getting to the point where I am starting to fantasize about sexual encounters with strangers and feeling like I settled. Did I make a mistake or is this something that can be changed? Is this normal? My ex-employers did porn, and I can't unsee it. The owner and his wife did swinger porn for a publicity stunt on Playboy. I found out from my direct manager in the compliance department, and I laughed thinking it was fake or a joke. Spoiler alert, it was not a joke. After a lot of peer pressure, I finally looked it up, and would you look at that? They used their real names and it was one of the first Google results. I will never unsee his wife's boobs. Never. I couldn't even get to the worst parts without closing the tab. I saw her every day, too. I'm floored. But I have to say, if they weren't such horrible people it wouldn't bother me. I really hate them, so I consider their porn career to be a character flaw, but honestly if it was any other person it wouldn't bother me. I'm aware of the double standard. Thank God I don't have to see them anymore. I hired a prostitute for my terminally ill brother and it went wrong. My 32M little brother, 19M, was diagnosed with a stage 4 glioblastoma a few months ago. He mostly has trouble walking and the treatment has rendered him mostly unable to speak. I know he's a virgin because we are close enough to talk about that stuff and he has never mentioned any girls in his life or any romantic relationship with chicks. He's not very social and he only had one really close friend in college, his roommate, who he even went on trips with and spent the summer with, and later on I found out this guy was gay, so of course he never helped my brother out with women, but it was obviously still great to know my brother finally had a friend. I figured he'd like the surprise of having a professional hooker pop his cherry and it would even take his mind off things. So I hired a woman, 30sh years old. He's staying in his bedroom so he didn't even need to move. I introduced her to him and then left them alone to do their deed. Apparently, in the midst of it, my brother's condom broke and they only noticed after it was over. The chick was supposedly on birth control, but I don't totally believe her. She seemed hysterical and upset after the whole incident. He definitely could get an STD.